so I measured out the ribbon on my daughter's waist at a measurement I felt comfortable with. This is a little bit bigger than she'll need, but I wanted a little extra at the end. And then what I did is I just bobby pinned it. I used a bobby pin to like hook it together just for now. So I made it the waist shape. As I said, it's really soft, but it has a stretch. It's a good waistband material. And then what I'm going to do is find like a cylinder or a canister or something. I'm using the treats, the container we keep our dog treats in. And then use that to put your headband around to stretch it out so it's easier to work with. Alright guys, so I have these spools of tulle that I got at Hobby Lobby. These are 12 yards of tulle here. The length is almost 6 inches, and so I'm going to cut this in half so I have almost 3-inch width for each of my strands. Okay guys, so next what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to decide on the length of your skirt. For Sophia, I'm going for about 10 inches. 10, you know, whatever your length is, it's going to be that from the waist down. So I like a shorter one, so we're going for 10 inches, maybe a little longer. So you can cut out a piece of cardboard or something that's the length that you want. I found this book, it's a little over 10 inches, so it's perfect. You're going to take your tulle and you're going to wrap the entire thing around your cardboard or book or whatever it is you're using as a guideline. And wrap it all. You just want to make sure that whatever you're using is thin. So like I said, a piece of cardboard's perfect. This book's pretty thin, so it's good. You don't want anything too thick because it's going to mess up your measurement. This last part won't go all the way around, so I'm actually just gonna trim it off. There you go. Then what you're gonna do is take your scissors underneath the end of it and cut it off. Cut all the pieces at once. And you can cut it diagonal if you want more of a jagged edge. I want my edge to be kind of straight, so I cut mine like that. And there you go. Now that saved you time from having to do them all individually. And each of these is going to be double the length of your whatever you were using as a guideline. So mine is about 10 inches, so each of mine, so the whole piece is going to be, the whole length of this whole piece is going to be close to 20. So, and whenever it's an actual skirt, you'll be folding it in half, so it'll be that length. Alright you guys, so you have your entire length of tulle that you cut. Then you're going to take it and you're going to fold it in half, the ends meeting. Okay, now it's folded in half, so you have the 2 ends on one side, and then, you know, it's formed like a loop on the other side. Okay, so now it's halved, and you're going to take this, and this is the folded in half, like this is the piece you're going to loop through on your skirt. This is the not the end. Here are the ends. This is not the inside, so this is the middle part of the fold. I'll take that very middle part and I'll kind of squish it up. Then you're going to want to thread it through. See, here we are at the bottom of the holes. Each of these squares that you see, my little finger showing through, each of these squares gets one of these. And I'll show you the technique about if you want to go up from, if you want to come in from underneath versus if you want to go in from above. But you're going to pull this through the hole. Okay, so I pulled mine through the hole. Remember, it's still put in half, so here are the 2 end pieces, as you can see. Alright, and I pulled from the middle down through the hole. Okay, so then you're going to want to separate it, and it'll make a little loop right here, see? And then you can take the 2 end pieces and pull them through the little hole you made. Yay! And then you can tighten it up. All right, so let's see that again. So take your tool, bring the ends together. So it's folded in half, okay? Take the loop end and make it small. Leave the 2 end pieces free floating. So take the little loop end, make it small enough so you can fit it through the hole. You're doing each hole here. Each hole. Go to the next hole that you need. You can go under and pull through or over the front of it. I like to go through the front. Push it through the hole. Okay. All right, you pulled it through. So now you have your the 2 separate pieces on the end. And you've got the gathered piece stuck through. Open it up so you see a hole. Pull the rest of it through. Kind of like you're making a slip knot. And then tighten it up. And repeat. Do it with each hole. Okay guys, I want to show you my preferred technique for getting these on here. So if you will notice, it's really subtle. These 2 here, the tool is like, it's kind of covering like where you knotted it, as you can see. And then this one here, it's back behind. It's on the other side, like back behind it. So it really doesn't matter which way you do it, but I like this way better because I think it fills in the tutu more, whereas that looks a little bit like it's just, I don't know, not as noticeable, a little like less impressive. So it's really subtle. It really doesn't matter. It's not going to affect the overall look of your skirt. But it's one of those things that's like, since it doesn't, it's the same effort either way. It's like I prefer to do it with the cover part of the knot on the outside. Alright, so here's another angle. So as you can see, like I pulled it in from the front side of the skirt instead of looping it through one of the holes on the back side. Yeah, so I've threaded it through the front of the skirt. And now I'm going to open up the little hole opening. And I'll pull it through just like you did the whole time. Okay. And then when you tighten it, the knot cover is on the outside. Okay. So if you like that look a little bit more, like I said, I like that. I think it makes it look a little fuller. You just want to take your tool and go start from the outside. Push it through the hole from the outside instead of going up underneath it. And this is going to be your first layer for your skirt. You can alternate colors. I chose to do my first layer all in the black and silver glitter. See? I've done each and every hole. Alright guys, here's my tutu so far. It's just the bottom layer, but we're going to try it on to get a size right. Alright, that is looking super fun.
Now I'm going to help the colors now.
Alright, so this is how I'm going to close up the end. So here's my skirt. I brought the 2 pieces together. And what I did is I overlapped the 2 pieces of the stretchy fabric. I lined it up to where it met. My last piece of the tool met, so it looks seamless. And I lined up the squares, and now I'm taking a smaller piece of the same matching tool. I'll start at the top and I'll weave the ribbon. I'll thread it through each square and go all the way down, and then I'll tie it at the bottom, and then the end piece will blend in with the rest of the tool, and you won't even notice it, and it'll be real seamless. I weaved it back and forth, kind of overlapping. so it's real tight and snug, and you can't even really tell that it's been done. And then the little piece at the end, I tied it off into a tight knot, and the little part that's remaining is down here, and it blends right in with the rest of the tulle, so it looks really seamless. All right, so the base part of the skirt is done and looking awesome. And so now I'm going to start adding colors. I have chosen kind of a brighter sparkly green, a sparkly fun purple, and a kind of normal orange, but it's got little orange glitter dots on it. And I thought super fun on top of the black and silver. All right, sparkle, sparkle, everybody. So let me show you how I'm incorporating the color. What I am doing is, this is the pattern I chose, and this is the part where you do whatever the heck you want. So this is how I'm doing it. I am alternating purple, green, and orange. And how I'm attaching them is I have gone to the second layer of squares on my little waistband, and I am just spacing them evenly apart because I don't want them as full as the black part. So this is how I'm doing it. You can do it full, you can do whatever the heck you want. But how you tie it together on here is you go to the hole you want. Remember, it's this, you know, here's the bottom layer, here's the top layer. I will pick the one I want. I bring the looped end through here, and then I bring the looped end through this hole. So I bring it through 2 holes, the second row of holes, and then I bring it onto the top of one of the holes that I've already done from the bottom, and I loop it through like that. Alright guys, so just to reiterate, because it's kind of hard to describe, but again, I'd folded over my piece in half, so the open ends are down there, the looped end is up here. I have sent it through one of the squares on the second row, and I'm going to follow the same direction I've been doing the whole time. So this is the looped together end. I pulled it through, and then I'm going to go at the same diagonal. I'm going to go down to the bottom one right, so it's through that second hole right here, and I'm going to pull it right down in that same direction to one of the holes, one of the squares on the first layer. Is sharing that square with one of your first pieces of tulle. So there we go. I'm going to open up the loop so I have a little hole. Again, there we go. And just take the end and pull it through. This is literally, you're making a slip knot. It's the exact same way you make a slip knot. Like that. And then you're just going to tighten it up. And it is a little harder to tighten it up on the second layer, the second row, than it was on our first layer that we worked with. But there you go. You get a nice little smooth it down and just kind of clear it up a little. That's how you do that. And just make sure, the only thing is if since you're going and sharing one of the squares from below, always go the same way. So if you start in your second row of squares, and then you're going to continue the loop into a square below, and if you say that you're always going to the right, always do that. So in the next one, I'm going to go from the second square, and I'm going to go this way. But if you do it this way, just do it this way every time. But with me, I'm going second row square, bottom row square, and I just chose to do it that way. So I'm going to continue that the whole way through. And that'll just help it keep it uniform. All right, and here it is, the finished tutu. Super pretty, super fun. And you can just put black tights or black shorts under it, or purple or green or orange, whatever you want. And it's like got a nice soft and stretchy comfortable waistband. You can also do this with ribbon. If you do it with ribbon, it'll actually go a little faster because you just tie the tulle on to one line instead of having to do 2. I like this though. I just like this waistband. I think it's easy and cute and comfortable, and there's no way the children can pull the knots out. But yeah, but ribbon would be really cute as well. So there you go. It's, like I said, easy, fun. You can do any pattern you want.